How's it going, everyone? I am Demolisher, and you're watching some League of Legends gameplay by an absolute noob. Yeah, that's right, I'm bringing you some more League of Legends. I was playing with a friend against some bots in a 5v5 custom match. We were both on one team versus 5 bots, with 3 bots on our team as well, and what you're watching is some clips resulting from the first match. Now what I'm doing here is learning like the different characters and trying to figure out who I want to play as. So in this video I'm going to be talking about Morgana, because I play as Morgana, and trying to figure her stuff out. So Morgana's spells are Dark Binding, Tormented Soul, Black Shield, and Soul Shackles. And I start out when I leveled up, well, you start out with Dark Binding, and Dark Binding is just your typical, Morgana's a ranged class, a mage, so her attacks are curse based and ranged, and so you start out with a typical ranged curse that launches at another enemy and does damage to them. Now the Tormented Soil curse, which is attached to the W that I just used, is an area of effect spell which slows down enemies that are affected from that like goop puddle that raises up and does a little bit of damage to them, etc. Then the Black Shield one, which is on the E, if you're looking at the UI at the bottom, that is a bubble shield pretty much for an ally. You can give it to them or you can give it to yourself, which I found out like mid-game, and that's really useful. Now, and then the Soul Shackles is your level 6 super move for the enemies or whatever. Now, immediately you saw me going out and getting dealt a lot of damage, and that is because generally I like to test, because I like playing range classes are generally pretty squishy. However, I still like rushing around and things like that, so at first I was just kind of testing out and seeing exactly how squishy she was. Now theoretically I could just look at the numbers and do that, but I haven't played this game enough for that, so I like testing it for myself, especially early in the game, because it doesn't really matter if I get an extra death right at the beginning. That's not going to make too big of a difference. Now you see me getting in this cluster here, and I use the E spell. Sorry, I don't know the names by default. The Tormented Soil spell, which is my W, not my E. The area of effect one to slow down the enemies, and we ended up, I believe, getting an enemy from that or doing a lot of damage. And then they start retreating because I'm doing really well, and my Soraka bot here is doing some awesome damage. Now I see Morgana as more of a support class instead of like a straight up attacker, which again, I'm a total noob at League of Legends, so if I say anything like this that sounds just like I'm a total dumbass, I apologize. I don't know that much about the game, but I'm trying to learn it. To me, she seems more like a support class, which isn't necessarily true of all ranged classes, so I don't necessarily think it's obvious. Instead of going out and chasing after too many enemy heroes, you should just be supporting your heroes as they're attacking or getting jumped or whatever, and it will actually prove quite successful. Now this is an interesting clip. I ended up getting in like a huge clusterfuck. We do have 3 heroes of our team participating and providing shield cover here and things like that. However, I ended up getting hit quite a bit, partially due to turret and partially due to just everything clustering around me. I start going to recall in the middle of the fight just to get out of it, and I'm like, oh shit, start getting jumped. I'm completely screwed because again, Morgana's kind of squishy, and I'm just getting attacked by everything. I start running away. I'm already assuming I'm dead, but I'm popping out as many spells as I can, and then last minute, I throw on a shield, run away, and I'm still alive with like 7 health. That was ridiculous, but a total save, and I ended up surviving, which was pretty badass. Now, I really like Morgana, and I think she might be one I try and stick with when I'm playing League of Legends. I mean, I like switching it up, but she might be one I stick with consistently, because she has, her curse spells are really cool. I really like them. Like the area of effect one does like quite a bit of damage. Now you have to accommodate for, which I'm learning as I'm playing. It may be obvious to League of Legends players, but to me, I have no idea how to play the game for the most part. You have to accommodate for the delay in when you cast the spell and when it drops or whatnot. And so you miss, I miss quite a bit because I'm not used to the aiming and that kind of thing. But her spells end up proving really cool to me, and the whole area of effect curse thing really appeals to me and how I like playing this game. And so I really like her, and I'm gonna stick with her. I really need to learn to play this game, but it's a lot of fun, so yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'm gonna probably call it like League of Legends Noob Training Day 2 Morgana or something like that. Yeah, so I'm getting there. I'm slowly learning how to play this game. If you have any tips or advice or corrections you would like to make to anything I've said in this video, please leave it in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, and stay tuned for some more League of Legends videos when I have time. It takes quite a bit to make these when I'm not just doing a crappy live run through of it, but I really like this game, and so I probably will be making quite a few more videos of it. Hopefully a bit higher skill level, and hopefully against more than just bots. Have a nice day. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook to keep up to date with everything me. And to make me feel better about myself. Have a nice day. Again.